Hey everybody, this is CEO of Stasmayer, Rick Krenmayer, and want to make a thank you video for everybody that has been supportive of us over the years. Again, we made it to the top of the list for CRN 500 again, and we're on the Pioneer 250. And I really think, um, just like it will say in my press release, I really think that this is the time to be alive. I've always said that. There were some times I didn't think it was actually true, but it definitely is now. And in this AI revolution or whatever it really is, isn't just wishful thinking. There are some really good things happening, and it's more than just doing like the old school terminal typing and waiting for a response. So right now, with a lot of chatbots out there, and you can do research, you can have things drafted. Absolutely amazing, really. I think we all take it for granted now. We were so used to not having it. Then when it showed up, everyone was excited about it, and now it's commonplace, and we're just waiting for more and more people to adopt it. We have some good things for that this year that we're going to be announcing to make it adoptable en masse across the clients. But what I'm seeing out there is I want everyone to know is that there's a lot of things that used to be dreams in this industry. Everyone talked a good game, everyone had amazing thoughts like 50 years ago, probably 40-ish years ago now, right? You had games like war games and all this stuff where you had like kind of like a sentient computer that kind of does its own thing. Again, there was HAL, which is actually, wow, that's 60 years ago almost, right? Stanley Kubrick's 2001, if I'm quoting it correctly. But there's been lots of things like that, and over time, none of these things have been portrayed as being good. But I am here to tell you, there's a lot of good going on. I personally have been experimenting with an agentic AI. I talk to it quite a bit. It actually knows a bit about me now, from the relationship that we've actually developed, and it is a relationship. This one is a very professional relationship. And it's all about getting things done. And I think that from what I've experimented with, I really think there's a lot of hope for all of us that have wanted to scale our businesses and increase client satisfaction and outcomes. And I think that the moment in time is coming where those of us that have stuck around in the business world will be glad that we did. And it doesn't mean that it's money coming. It means that I think we're going to all have much more fulfilled outcomes in business. So I think the value per dollar is actually going to go up. That's just my feeling, and we'll see if that bears any fruit. I did say last year that we were living like an AI enhanced society, and I think that's true. I don't think that's gone away at all. I do think a lot of it was wishful thinking from the beginning with a lot of people, but we are starting to see where things were correct and where things were going. And it does look like having agents, having basically digital buddies that can help a business and the customer is where it's at right now, and it's a real deal. So we're excited about the future here at Stasmayer. We think this is just the next avenue to get us to physical robots, which will also be part of the IT landscape. And again, we've seen a lot change. I mean, just since we've started a business 23 years ago, we saw it go from IT to IT projects. Then you had the whole managed services reality, right? Everything's a contract, which made IT much more serviceable, much more manageable. For service providers such as ours to create a better product, and we're able to bring state-of-the-art enterprise products to smaller businesses, and this industry is thank God for it, because we'd be able to give smaller businesses these tools, whereas before it was just the enterprise that could get this stuff. And managed services also right around the same time that cloud technology came around, cloud servers, cloud services, SaaS services, you name it. Then the security curve started. We were pretty early to that, and clients that signed up for that in the beginning are still in the same program, which has evolved. And just like before, we're able to get these enterprise tools, so we've been able to merge some of these enterprise tools in. The next curve that's already been going has been compliance. And really, the reason why I'm telling you this is that it's not just about the boring stuff in compliance. I really think that if we're talking about whatever AI is going to do, AI will be IT, AI will be security appertaining to IT, and security for physical business too. And AI will be compliance. So all those three domains are the building blocks for good AI. So little did we know that when we set out 23 years ago and started building relationships with the clients and customers we have now, that we would be putting these building blocks in place for something absolutely amazing. And the stuff I'm testing out is nothing short of amazing. I don't really have words to describe the stuff I've been testing, but I do feel like when we have a product that will be able to help a business, I think it will also be amazing. And then we'll all get bored with that, and we'll have to find something else to be amazed at. But the time is coming, and I would say that the next iteration of IT is, for lack of a better word, and it's an archaic word, it's nigh at this point. It's coming. And you're either going to be ready or you're not. And it's going to come down to IT security, IT compliance, and that will be the substrate for the next version of your business. Because it's going to permeate every aspect of the business: marketing, legal, customer service, sales, operations, HR, personnel. I mean, this is an interesting time. I'm excited. I was very skeptical, actually. If you talk to my friends that have been in the bigger cities and this, I would always push back, because every time they say, "Oh, we got something crazy, you're not gonna believe this," I'd be like, "Okay," but they were always they were always worried about it from the negative frame. They thought the Terminator from Terminator 1 and 2 were going to show up in their front door, and I said I wasn't going to be like that. And I think the way we're looking at it here, we will be right, that there will be a big, massive benefit to businesses, but it will come at the other side. It will come with the other side of the coin, which is going to be, well, how is it going to be used maliciously? So automated businesses, better outcomes for customers, but then you're also going to be hit with the dark side of it too. So we will need to be ready for that. But again, IT security, IT compliance will set it straight. So this will be the first of many updates regarding this. But again, thank you for the loyalty over the years. Dave and I appreciate it. Thank you to the staff and the team that we've developed over time. Special thanks to everybody that stuck around with us over the years. A lot different company than we were 23 years ago, and those that have stuck around and ridden with us know how much has changed, and it is exciting, stressful, but it's exciting. And I think that's life in general. I think you need the friction to be successful and to think creatively. So so that's the latest over here. And I wish everybody a great end to Q1 2026. We got a lot to look forward to the rest of the year. I think there's gonna be a lot of great products, a lot of great new methods of running a good business. And I think this is all gonna come out in the wash. And those of us that are still running these companies that we've all grown up with, and we've all grown up together, we'll all be glad that we stuck around for this next iteration. I think this is gonna be the next iteration that sets up the next 100 years, actually. Sounds crazy, but maybe someone will dig up this video in 100 years. I won't know if they do, but anyways. Yeah, thanks again, and make it a great one. Take it easy.